Good grief. Hello, guys and gals. Buffalo here. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong channel.
We like buffalo.
We like Buffalo. Yeah, check him out. He's got a great channel going there. Danny here with Jeff, and we're going to shoot some of this slap shot. Some of you will remember that from previous videos. We did some test shots. Well, today we're going to do some more test shots.
A little longer range.
A little longer range, a little different targets, and we're going to be using the official SlapShot. It's the Maverick 88 by Mossberg, fully rifled barrel.
Yeah, they're designing stuff for hunting purposes, and
These are the defense rounds.
oh, okay. We got a big variety of different ones. So.
We do have some hunting rounds. These were beta tested by some people in Ohio.
For hunting elk or something like that. My thing is these things are very light, and I want to know if they have enough energy to take down a boar or an elk or whatever at 50 yards. First shot, I was just shooting at a small block of ballistic gel. Hopefully show it disintegrating after passing through that, and see what kind of energy we have at about 10 yards. Okay, I'm ready. Man, that thing moved. That's a lot of energy dump.
These PhD slugs, which are available for sale to the public, are nothing short of impressive. These have a muzzle velocity of 3,000 feet per second, which is just unheard of in shotgun ammunition.
It's kind of
I
obvious.
think that's a little obvious.
Look at that.
Man, even Greg get his finger in that one.
This giant Truckosaurus hands.
It left some tiny little fragments in here. I think most of the disintegration happened and it went through. Here's our exit wound.
Okay.
And look at that damage in that thing.
That's at 10 yards, so we're still at real close range and real high velocity. Okay, we're now at 20 yards.
Good crosswind here.
Little crosswind, yeah. Wow! You don't see that kind of energy dump that often.
A shotgun slug with its very wide profile tends to decelerate very quickly, and they tend to have a lot of drop because of that. At 20 yards, or just a little over 18 meters, the slug is still traveling supersonic, as you can see by the wake it was leaving, and the trajectory was very, very flat. And it still had a lot of energy.
Okay, now we're at 30 yards. See what kind of energy, accuracy, and all that.
At 30 yards, the slug is still traveling well above the speed of sound. We see the wake it is leaving, caused by the air being compressed and heated, and we still had enough energy at 30 yards to create enough hydroshock to destroy that jug.
Okay, we're at 40 yards now. We got a little bigger jug out there. See what kind of energy this thing delivers at 40 yards. Nice, good, accurate shot. Split it open. Not as energetic as the other shots. And split out the back. And then we have a piece. Piece of the slug.
At 40 yards, the slug is still traveling very flat, almost no drop at all. And this, of course, means you can use pretty much the same point of aim as you would with targets at much closer ranges. Now notice, at about this point, the moment right before it impacts, our supersonic wake disappears, indicating that the slug is probably just starting to go transonic at that point. Now this is still a gallon jug, it's just taller and wider, but we did see a reduction in the damage in this shot at this range.
Okay, now we're at 50 yards. We're still using the, what are they, PhD 250s, or they're not really meant for long range or for hunting, but we want to see how they do. He hit it.
At 50 yards, the SlapShot slug is still very accurate and it's still traveling very flat. And as you can see, 50 yards is really beyond the limits of trying to film something like that with a high-speed camera. I'm sure these slugs would be accurate at even further ranges, but we're starting to run out of energy at this point. There was enough energy for the slug to completely pierce the jug, and there was a little bit of tearing of the plastic indicating we did have some hydrostatic shock. Now the PhD slugs that we just showed you really were not ever designed for hunting, but these custom loaded slugs, loaded very hot, are being developed for hunting, and these should be traveling around 3,600 feet per second.
Okay, go ahead and take another shot. I think most of the water's gone, but we just want to see if you can hit it. .36-10.
Now this is the second shot we took with this slug. The first shot we had a couple of human errors. Danny just clipped the bottom corner on the first shot, all the water drained out, and on my part I forgot to arm the camera. But I think the damage to the jug would have been similar to the 40-yard shot using the PhDs.
Quite a bit more recoil on those hunting rounds.
3,600, that's
Screaming.
yeah, that's really fast. That's faster than a 308, I think.
Anyway, 50 yards, that would still do some damage.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're a plastic jug.
Okay, now, which round are you using?
Same round, the 3,000 plus hunting round.
Okay, this one we actually chilled it down a little bit because the other ones were sitting out in the sun and may have been getting hot. So this one we chilled down. We'll see if that makes a difference in the velocity. We're going to just show you what these do to the ballistic gel block.
The last one was 3610.
Yeah, this
All
might be a little slower just because of that temperature.
We're going to see.
I'm ready when you are. 3510. So we knocked 100 feet per second off of it.
Now I'm not a hunter, Danny is, so I can only give you my amateur opinion about these things. So I would say at under 60 yards you would get an ethical clean kill with these, and beyond that it's questionable. Any hunters out there watching this, let me know your opinion, please.
We got the prettiest ballistic gel, I tell you.
Naturally the wind started picking up, and I'll spare you that agony of hearing that wind noise. Compared to the 3,000 foot per second PDH slug, we did see a lot more damage to the gel using this 3,500 foot per second special hunting slug.
All right, let's see if we can make lemonade. This is actually a lemon the size of an orange.
Good grief. That stuff went 40, 50 feet in the air.
Vaporized it.
While this is a goofy target, it really does show you the energy of these slugs. It pretty much turned that thing into vapor.
Okay, let's see what it does to a 4x4 fence post.
It's a short fence.
Yeah, really short.
All right, these are those hunting rounds again.
Still the high power ones. Okay, I am ready when you are.
Now those saying these wouldn't have much penetration through a hard target, this might change your mind a little bit. While the slug did split the 4x4 quite easily, it actually drove all the way through the 4x4, which is pretty remarkable for a lightweight polymer slug. But I think they reached maximum barrel pressure limits with these, and maybe exceeded it just a tad, as we could see that the primers are bulged and the head stamps are kind of flattened out. But remember, these were just experimental slugs. The stuff they sell, of course, has been laboratory tested to prove it's safe, and as long as your gun is a modern gun with a rifled barrel, these things work fantastic. I hope you enjoyed our test. Thanks for watching.